Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am doing a quick review of two new lipsticks I bought from Propa Beauty. I have the shades Finesse and Her Magic, and I'll be doing lip swatches of both as well as talking through the formula. I cannot wait to share these with you today and talk through why I think the formula is so outstanding. So spoiler alert, I do love these, but I have some drawbacks or things you might want to consider before purchasing. First up here, let me just show you the swatches on my hand of the two shades that I bought. So this shade here is Her Magic. The one in the middle is Finesse. And then I swatched over here the lip liner that I'm going to be using today when I apply both of these. And this is NYX Slim Lip Pencil in the shade Nude Beige. So I'm going to show both of these to you on my lips. I will be putting that lip liner down first, as I mentioned, and then I'm going to show you Her Magic first, and then I will show you Finesse. So here is the shade Her Magic. I cannot wait to wear this in the fall and the winter. I decided to apply it first today just because I do want to wear Finesse for the day because it feels a little more summery to me. But personally, I think this is the most perfect brown toned lipstick for me. I generally don't feel comfortable or feel like I look my best in more brown toned shades, but this one has just enough of like a pinky purple undertone that I still think it's flattering on my skin tone. I'm neutral leaning cool undertones, and this one is not too warm of a brown to kind of overpower my undertones. So again, this is Her Magic. So just as a reminder, I'm layering Finesse over top of Nude Beige. And you can absolutely see Nude Beige peeking through there, making it look a little more cool toned than it is. And that was actually intentional on my part. I really love the shade that Finesse is in its own right, but on my neutral leaning cool undertones, this pulls just a little too yellow and makes me look a little washed out, a little sick, without kind of a cool anchor on the part where the lipstick is actually like connecting with my skin tone. In the inside rim here, that is the lip color on its own. I didn't have any lip liner there. So it's really these edges where you can see kind of the impacts of having that cool tone underneath. When I tried Finesse on for the first time, I was actually pretty disappointed. I thought it wasn't gonna work out for me at all because it was so warm toned. And I didn't really feel that I knew that going in. I purchased these based off of the pictures on the website, and I think I should have just done a little more research or thought a little bit more critically about kind of the skin tones and the undertones of the models they had on the website. And that was my fault. I should know enough. I know enough about shopping for makeup online at this point, and I should have done my research a little bit more in depth and thought through what that was going to look like on my cooler undertones. So no fault to the brand. I just wanted to point it out. I think that is one drawback for me, is that I'm not sure that I would have been super successful trying to kind of find my perfect shades online if I didn't have that more critical eye. Because even as someone who thinks through all of that before purchasing something, I still kind of slipped up here with Finesse. I think it's working out. I think I pull it off just fine with that cool tone lip liner underneath, but it just was not quite what I was anticipating. It looks much peachier on people with warmer skin tones is basically what I see across the board on their social media and their website. And I wanted that peach, and instead I'm kind of just getting like a warm, yellowy, peachy nude. And that's okay. Doesn't make it not a pretty color, it just wasn't quite what I expected. So now that we've talked through the two shades that I own and kind of my thoughts on the undertones of these lipsticks, I want to touch on the formula as well. I think this is one of my favorite bullet lipstick formulas I've ever tried, period, hands down, in my life. And that's a big statement. I really, really like bullet lipsticks. I'd say 90% of my lip product collection are bullet lipsticks. And let me tell you why I think this one stands a bit above the rest. First of all, Propa Beauty has found, in my opinion, the perfect middle ground between matte and cream lipstick formulas. This lipstick is not matte. You can see it does have a slight reflection, but when I'm not in my super bright studio lights, it actually doesn't reflect light quite this much. It is a very natural, healthy texture on my lips. It doesn't feel drying, but it's also not glossy in any way. And when I have a lipstick on, not a gloss, just a lipstick, that's generally the look I'm going for, is somewhere in between matte and cream. In my opinion, this is the perfect satin formula. Second, I think the pigmentation level is perfect as well. It is opaque enough that you're getting the color payoff on first swipe, but it's not so opaque that it completely blanks out your lips. And that is my favorite way to have a bullet lipstick. It's buildable on itself. So if you feel that that first swipe is a little too sheer for your taste, go ahead and build up a second layer and you're going to get that full opacity you're looking for. I generally prefer the tiniest hint of sheerness in my bullet lipsticks because I think it just makes them mesh together with the lips so well. And this lipstick does that flawlessly, with the added bonus of the fact that you can build it up if you'd like to. Third, I think it has decent wear time for a bullet lipstick that is not by any means claiming any long wear claims on their website. This lipstick stays on looking this good for at least 4 hours. If I eat something particularly greasy or messy, it does fade, as any kind of like satiny bullet lipstick typically does. But because it is that really nice sheer formula, I'm easily able to touch it up and it doesn't look weird or like I've added extra layers or anything like that. It's just a really seamless reapplication process. And then fourth, I just want to mention that this is by far one of the most comfortable lipstick formulas I've ever tried. It truly does not feel like there's product on my lips. And I don't know how else to explain that. It just feels so comfortable that I honestly forget that it's there. In the tube, these lipsticks do have a very subtle scent, but once they're on your lips, they don't have that scent and they don't have like a taste, a flavor. And for me, that contributes a lot to me being able to forget that I have a lipstick on. So not only is the formula extremely comfortable, but there's also not that constant like flavor reminder for me that it's there. And that combination means that I genuinely, truly, honestly have forgotten that this lipstick is on my lips before when I'm wearing it. So those 4 factors combined, along with the fact that it's a great independently owned, Black owned brand to support, and that these lipsticks run only $12 a piece, and the fact that they have an outstanding shade range for people ranging from lighter skin tones like mine all the way into the deep dark skin tone range is absolutely incredible. I would wholeheartedly recommend these. I just want to give that caveat that I gave earlier that I think doing your research on the shades is going to be useful if you don't feel that your undertones perfectly match the models on the website. I hope this little review was helpful for you today. If you've tried these lipsticks, let me know your thoughts on them down in the comments below. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would love it if you would do so before you head out today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.